This is solo P1. We just had to do this again. We were trying to record before and it froze while we was live. Typical OBS. I just cannot believe it. All I can say is I apologize for the people that was in the room. I sincerely apologize. It's just OBS. But TOTO Hammer, welcome to the qualifying live reaction. I know we was doing a video and it just suddenly froze. Sorry guys again and girls, whoever was in the chat. I'm very sorry. It's just sometimes OBS has just got a mind of its own. It's got a mind of its own. And it just suddenly froze on us. And I'm very sorry about that. But we're going to do this qualifying live reaction. What do you think, TOTO, of the qualifying?
Qualifying for me, it weren't the best qualifying in the world. There's only two highlights for it. Q1, I think Logan Sargent was on a hot lap. Turn 27, where you can't exceed track limits. FIA still gave him a track limit, deleted his lap time. And even the commentator was saying, look, you can't go off at turns 27 and 28 because it's so narrow, you can't go off. So, floppy decision from FIA.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember that. Because they said that he went off and Logan Sargent said, hold on, there's nothing there. It's a wall. And they've done the same thing with Albon as well. It's funny that two Williams cars, basically, they was going in the car. They was going fast in the car. When they got off, it turn 10. And they said they went off. Was it turn 10, was it?
Yeah, turn 27. Turn 27.
Yeah, turn 27. It was turn 27. And they said on the radio that they went off. They went off and they said, and Albon says, how could we go off if there was a wall there? And they've done the same thing. No. Yeah, I remember that. That was weird. Martin Brundle said that as well. Martin Brundle says, there's nothing there. It's just a wall. What do you expect him to do? Drive into the wall? Yeah, I caught that. But, yeah, that was weird. But what do you think, man? Max Verstappen getting into Q3, what do you reckon? That was a big shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, I weren't expecting that, Thomas. I weren't expecting that. When I first saw it, I was thinking, he's doing a cool down lap. But he was stuck in third. He was in third gear.
Yeah.
He was trying to accelerate. He couldn't. Engine was cutting out. Mechanical failure. He was cutting the track to try and limp home to the pit lane. There's Christian. There's his race engineer on the radio. Tried to limp it back home. Yeah. And that's when I knew he had a problem with his car. I didn't expect that, man.
They were saying that first, when it happened, they were saying that first it was a drive shaft, but it ended up being some technical failure. We don't know really what happened yet at the moment. They'll probably, they're going to probably show us that tomorrow, let us know tomorrow. But they're saying on there, it's basically, it was a mechanical issue. So that's wrong with his car. Anything can happen. That's what I said about Formula 1. People are saying, Max Verstappen's going to win every race. You can't say that Max Verstappen's going to win every race. It's Formula 1. Things happen.
I know.
But I weren't expecting... Go on.
There's also another highlight from, I think, Q1. I think Lando, I think his mechanics were trying to fix up his car, but he couldn't fix it in time. Then that's when Q1 finished. He couldn't fix the car in time.
Yeah, Lando didn't have a good day, did he? Lando Norris again, not happy with that car. The complete opposite. Last year, last season, he was happy with the car when he was with Daniel Ricciardo. But maybe he's frustrated. He knows that, look, I know the car's not as good as it is. We know the car should be better. It was a lot better last year. But that Oscar Piastri, that was always, when I knew he was going to McLaren, and everybody was talking about, I can't wait to see Russell and Hamilton. I can't wait to see Alonso with Ocon. It's going to be, Alonso with, what's his name? Not Ocon. Lance Stroll. But the rivalry, the rivalry I was looking forward to. People was actually saying as well, Yuki Tsunoda and Nick De Vries, that's going to be a good rivalry, which it is. It's going to be. But the one I was really looking forward to, the one I really wanted to see was Oscar Piastri versus Lando Norris. I think once Oscar Piastri gets hang of that car and he gets used to that car and he starts dialing it in for the way he wants it, I could see him and Lando Norris. It's going to be it's going to be entertaining to watch because that Oscar Piastri is a good driver. He's won everything in the game. Everything in the game. He won all the go-karts. He won all Formula 3, won Formula 2. Now he's in Formula 1. This guy's got something, you know? And I think when they get the car up and running, I've got no doubt that McLaren are not going to get their car up and running. But when they do, there's going to be a rivalry. There's going to be a good rivalry between them two. And I can't wait for it to happen. So I'm going to go through the finish, how it ended. We're going to start with, before we start going through how it ended, how do you think about Sergio Perez getting that pole? Did you see how angry Christian Horner looked?
Oh, no, I saw the interview.
No, I'm on about the radio.
Listen, the radio as well. The radio difference, if Perez gets someone, he's like, oh, yeah, well done, Perez. You bring it home. And when it's Verstappen, he shows more passion. Yes, Verstappen, you got it. You can see the difference of the radio speeches at the end of the races and qualifying. Completely different because all Christian Horner wants is Starboy to get pole and the wins every single race. That's what he wants. They don't care about Perez. Perez, he'll use as a dummy. Perez, he will sacrifice Perez anytime.
Yeah. It's like when Perez got pole, you could see he was like, his face, his voice sounded positive. He was going, what you think of that, Perez? Yeah, P1. But his face showed different. It's like his body language looked like he was really angry, but his voice, his rhetoric, what was coming out of his mouth, looked different to what his face looked like, and that part was funny. We know deep down he wanted Max to get it. Max is obviously his star boy. Max is the one who brings him his championships. He throws everything behind Max. Everybody knows that's common knowledge. It's not about being a Mercedes fan or a Ferrari fan or a Red Bull hater. It's about everybody knows that's the way it is. Even the commentators know it as well. They come out on the record and say, Max Verstappen is their guy. And that's the one they're going to put everything behind. Perez is just a second driver. Perez can come out as much as he wants and say, I'm equal to Max Verstappen. You're not, no, you're not, Perez. And everybody knows you're not. But obviously he has to say that. But Perez getting pole, Max Verstappen, where's he going to be? Where does he end up? 15th, is it? Where's Max? Max Verstappen is going to be 15th now. Where do you think Max Verstappen? You think he can make it all the places tomorrow?
Listen, he did it before. He did it before from 18th, but end of the day, with a different track. This track, has less overtaking opportunities, and it's really, really narrow. Really, really narrow. And he has to get past Leclerc. He's got to get past Sainz. He's got to get past Alonso. He's got to get past Perez, which is easy anyway. You just let him go. He's got to get past Stroll.
You got to get
Mercedes.
Yeah, but there's a lot of well, if he gets the Mercedes and all that, he'll pass them. But the only thing I'm thinking of is this track is very narrow. This is why what's his name? Simon Lazenby. He was, after the race finish, he goes, he's 15th, Max Verstappen. But at the end of the day, Max Verstappen is just going to come through the crowd. And Rosberg says, not necessarily. It's a street track and it's very narrow, high-speed corners. And there's going to be a few safety cars. There's going to be a few virtual safety cars. And it's not necessarily what he's just going to come through the crowd. It's not like it's Monza, where everything's open, you can easily pass. It's not like that. It's a different track. It's very narrow. So Martin Brundle and Rosberg both agree that it's not a dead cert that he's going to come through the crowd and get to number one. It's not a dead cert. Now, my pick for tomorrow is Alonso. I think Alonso has got the better start than Perez. That is one of Alonso's strengths, is his start. He was the same when he was at McLaren. It was the same when he was at Ferrari. He's got a very good start. This guy is hungry for a race win. And if everything works out from tomorrow, all the strategy, gets a good start, he's my pick to win tomorrow, is Alonso. He's hungry for that race win. He hasn't won a race for so long. He's got the podiums. He's got third. He wants first place. And I can see him. Now Max Verstappen is out the race. back in 15th, I think that Alonso, with his car he's got underneath him, has got enough tomorrow to win the race. What do you reckon, Toto?
Yeah, I completely agree. And I think Alonso, I think he's more happier at this team now, as he was at Alpine. He made the right decision. I feel like in the interviews, the post-race interviews, the post-qualifying interviews, it feels like he's settled in.
Yeah.
He's more happier now.
Yeah.
And this is the car he's been wanted for a long time.
Oh,
and
you're
now
right, Toto.
look, he's there to fight for podiums and wins. And this is the car that might get him that.
He's already got a podium. He got one in Bahrain.
Yeah.
And that's not going to be that. That's the first of many this season. I think he's definitely going to get a few podiums this year. And like you said, you're right, Toto. 100% agree, Toto. You nailed it there. He's been waiting for this for a long time. This is the car he's been waiting for. This guy is salivating at the bit to win a third world title. And who says he can't? Everybody's saying Max Verstappen's going to win it. Every time everybody's saying that Red Bull is going to win again. We'll see what happens. Formula One's a funny game. Look what happened today. Who would ever thought that Max Verstappen would get 15th place? I know it's because of his car broke down, but that's what I'm saying. It's not necessary that Max Verstappen is going to win everything again. Cars can happen. Reliability issues can happen. Look what happened to Ferrari in 2018. Reliability issues. They had the fastest car. What happened to Ferrari? They came second. Mercedes first.
Yeah.
This is all I'm trying to say. They might have this car, this amazing machine, which is an amazing machine, the Red Bull car. Very fast. It's planted to the ground, very low. Good at high-speed corners, good on the straight. It's good at every track that it goes to. We know this. Everybody knows this. But is it reliable? Will it stand the test of time through the season? There's 23 races this season. Will it stand the test of time? And remember, after Baku, they're not going to be able to throw upgrades at it because of the cost cap.
No.
That's another thing. Aston Martin can. Aston Martin can. This is what I'm trying to say. They're fast now and they're good now, and they will be fast for the entire season. But I just think if there's a team that if Ferrari could get their stuff together, they could have a chance to win. I still think look, at the beginning of the season also, Aston Martin is not going to be faster than Mercedes. I sat here on this stream a couple of weeks ago and I was laughing my head off and I said, Aston Martin beat Mercedes. That ain't going to happen. And I was telling the truth. I thought I was telling the truth. Now, I admit, hands up, I was wrong. I admit it, I was wrong. But Aston Martin has shot me. They are the second fastest team. I was laughing about it. Yeah, right, you're going to beat Mercedes. You're mad. You're mad. And look now, I was wrong, and I admit it. And the thing about it, in this F1 community, and I know you know this, Toto, I'm sorry for going on. In this F1 community, you know, if somebody says something online or on a YouTube video, and they say they've never done it, or they never said it, they will come out and say, oh, I never said that, and they would never admit it. I admit it, I was wrong. I thought Mercedes was going to be faster than Aston Martin, and I was wrong. Hands, hold up. Now, what do you think of the Ferraris? Leclerc got the second, but you know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Leclerc got second, but at the end of the day, he got a 10-place grid penalty, and I think he's now starting 12th.
Yeah.
So he's starting at the back with Max. Max is 15th, Leclerc's 12th.
Yeah, that'd be interesting tomorrow.
I think Science came 5th or something like that.
Yeah, he did.
I think he came top 5. He did
so
come
he'll be
5th.
4th tomorrow.
He'll be 4th tomorrow, yeah. Due to that. Yeah, he'll be 4th tomorrow. And look, I think the Ferraris could do all right tomorrow.
Yeah.
Leclerc in a good position.
What happened to Lewis, man?
I know, 8th. I don't. What is happening?
He's not a happy bunny, is he? He's not happy, man.
And his final run of qualifying, he got 4 yellows, and that's what you usually see. Hamilton usually see a personal best, which is a green, or you see a purple. But he can't match his best. He can't get up there anymore. He can't make the times anymore. He's not
happy with the car.
He's not happy with the car. He's not confident anymore. And I don't know what's happened.
TOTO will basically come out today and basically said, look, at the end of the day, you remember TOTO Wolff was out yesterday and he was saying that if we can't give Lewis a car, right, that's it. If we can't give him a car after a year or so, I don't blame him basically if he goes elsewhere. That's exactly what he said yesterday. I talked about it on my Flaming Tarmac, episode 51. Go check it out on my channel. I went into more depth about it, but I'm just going to go through it quick. He said, look, if he ain't got the car, I don't blame him if he doesn't want to stay here. Now, today, he kind of changed a bit. Sounds more positive. He says at the end of the day, Lewis Hamilton's our driver, and I know he's going to sign another contract with us, and we're going to give him a car to win the world title again. That's our duty. And I'll make sure when he leaves Mercedes, he's not going to hold any grudge. So that sounds more positive, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Because at the end of the day, I talked about it yesterday on my video, there's a lot of fake Mercedes fans out there, so-called Mercedes fans that said, oh yeah, Mercedes, I'm a Mercedes fan. But as soon as Mercedes are not doing good, they're jumping ship and going to somewhere else. That's not me. So I support Liverpool FC, and I know you support Liverpool FC. We do Liverpool watch-alongs in here. We talk about Liverpool. This is a part Liverpool channel. At the end of the day, I support Liverpool. And because Liverpool went out the Champions League the other day, which I was gutted, but I knew they was out anyway from the first leg, I'm not going to suddenly just jump ship and go and support Man United or forget Man United, or go and support Arsenal. Am I? No. I'm a Liverpool fan. It's the same with Mercedes. I stuck my flag in the ground and said, this is my team. Boom. This is who I'm going to support. Mercedes. They're the team I'm going to support. So have patience. They will get there.
Yeah.
They will get there. So, do you think? So you're happy about the thing about Mercedes that Lewis is staying there? You're looking at your notes on your phone, are you? Oh.
No. I got no notes in front of me. I'm just memorising from the qualifying because I watched the qualifying, and yeah, the thing about Hamilton staying, I'm glad that he's staying. I'm glad because there was rumours that it was going to Ferrari. It could go to Ferrari, but to me, if I was Hamilton, I would stay at Mercedes because look, you know everyone there. Let's see how they are when they change the concept.
Yeah.
If the concept is still bad and it doesn't change anything of the car, you can look elsewhere if you want to. But to me, if I was Hamilton, wait till the concept, see how it is. If it's bad, look for somewhere else, or look for a team that can actually fight for podiums.
Yeah, but I think he's going to say, because you remember, that's another thing they were saying yesterday as well. Basically, what they were saying is, and I reported on it, and this was from TOTO, he said basically, we can't change the concept with the chassis because of the budget. And that's exactly what TOTO said. That was a quote from TOTO, and I reported it on my channel yesterday. Now he's saying, because they asked Martin Brundle, can they change the whole chassis because of the cost cap? And Martin Brundle says, yep, it's doable. They can do it, and they can do it within the cost cap and still make a success of it. TOTO come out and said as well in a separate interview, he said, yeah, we're going to change out, like today, he said, after the race, we're going to change the whole car, and we're going to make sure we can get a race car for Lewis to have a chance to win his world title. And he said, we owe that to him. And this is what I like about TOTO. TOTO wears his heart on his sleeve. He's very honest. He's very transparent to his fans, to his Mercedes fans.
Yeah.
And this is what I like about Mercedes. They're not like other teams where they just keep their mouth shut and keep everything in-house. TOTO is very open and transparent, and that's the way you should be as a team principal. They should make that mandatory for F1 team principals to be more transparent to the fans, instead of saying the same old generic rubbish what they say at the press conference. Yeah. And this is why people like TOTO, and this is why TOTO is the most popular team principal in F1 history. And this is why people love him. Transparent to his fans. So what do you think of them building a new chassis? Do you agree with them building a new chassis, TOTO?
Of course I agree. Of course, I agree.
You think they should either do the air roll or do the whole lot? You think they should do the air roll dynamics or do the whole lot, step back maybe a year, and then come back the year after and become even faster? I'd go for B. I'd go for that one.
I think Mercedes should change the whole lot.
Yeah, and
they need to try something.
Yeah.
They need to try something to get back in those championship winning ways again.
They're going to copy
Red
Bull.
Need to try something.
They're going to copy Red Bull like Aston Martin did.
And, look, change the whole lot and see how it goes from there.
Even if it sacrifices a year.
Of course, they need to find a way of getting back into championship winning ways again.
Exactly. I was just wanting to get your opinion. Yeah.
Look, last year, it was the porpoising.
Yeah.
And they thought it was the porpoising, why they were slow.
Yeah.
So this year, the porpoising's gone. The car is stable, but they still can't get any speed.
Yeah.
So what can they do now? They have no choice, but of course they have a choice, but in my opinion, I think they should change the whole lot.
I think there was a bit of a debate in the background where we didn't see. First, the message we was getting the other day, they're just going to do the air roll, they're not going to do the chassis. Can you look at the race results and do the official race results? TOTO. Basically, they were saying yesterday they was going to do the air roll. That's the message what was coming out of the garage. They're just going to do the air roll. We're not going to do the chassis. Now, today, it seems like they're going to do the whole lot, and which is good news. I got it up here. Don't worry, TOTO. And which is good news for Mercedes. I'm going to go through the official finish. So we had Sergio Perez at 1, Charles Leclerc's 2, but we know he's taking a grid penalty, so he's going to be 12th. Fernando Alonso 3rd, Russell 4th, Carlos Sainz 5th place, 6th place, Lance Stroll 7th, Esteban Ocon 8th, Lewis Hamilton, he'll be in 7th tomorrow. 9th, Oscar Piastri, 10th, Pierre Gasly, 11th place, Nico Hülkenberg, 12th place, Guan Yu Zhou, 13th place, Kevin Magnussen, 14th place, Valtteri Bottas, 15th place, Max Verstappen, because of the failure of his car, failed. 16th place, Yuki Tsunoda, 17th place, Alexander Albon, 18th place, Nick De Vries, 19th place, Lando Norris, and Logan Sargent didn't finish. So basically, Lando Norris having back problems again, which we talked about. Not a happy man at McLaren, signed that big contract, and now he's kind of stuck there. And then you got a guy in Oscar Piastri who's got a potential to be probably better than him. We don't know. Can't wait to see that rivalry in the future, Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris, which I'll be talking about in future videos because the season just started and we're going to see how it unfolds. So that's the end of it, really. So tomorrow I'm going for Alonso. I'm sticking to Alonso. I think Alonso's got what it takes to win tomorrow. Who are you going for, TOTO?
Top of everything. First Alonso. Second, let's go for Perez. Third, let's go for Perez second.
I'm going to go for my top 3. Go on.
And third, let's go for... I'm going to trust them. Let's go for Sainz for third.
This is how I think it's going to play out. If everything works out with all the safety cars, everything works out and it's just whatever. Doesn't affect the race that much. I'm going for Alonso first. I think Russell's getting on that podium. I don't know what it is. I think Russell's going to get on the podium. Somehow. I'm going for Alonso, Perez, and Russell. That's what I'm going for. What are you going for? What are you going for again?
Yeah.
What are you going for again?
Alonso, Perez, Sainz.
So yours is similar to mine, but I'm having finger there instead, Russell, and you're having Sainz. Which is it's gonna be interesting. We both might be right and we both might be wrong. Let's see what happens tomorrow. So don't forget to check out my channel, Flaming Tarmac. Tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. The Flaming Tarmac video I done yesterday. That's live on my channel now. Go check that out. Go show the video some love. I'm uploading some podcasts today, audio podcasts on my iTunes and Spotify. Any of my socials, click that link. There's a link below in the description to my link tree. And if you don't want to do it that way, get your mobile phone out now, scan that QR code, and that will open all my socials, iTunes, Spotify, Twitter, Twitch. It's all there. Go and show some love. Go and follow the channels. Trust me, the audio podcast is cool. Go listen to audio podcast. If you're just chilling in your room or in your car, you can listen to it on Spotify, listen to it on iTunes. So, that's the end. That's me and Toto signing out. This is Toto Hammer. Go and check Toto's channel out as well. He just streamed today, done a live stream on his Twitch. Go and check that out. Go and show the video some love. And go and give him some love on his YouTube as well. He's going to make some videos coming up soon in the future. So, and also he has to get a QR code as well, which he's sorting that out as well. So, that's it.
Yeah, I gotta get one.
That's it, man. Solo P1 signing out, and Toto Hammer live reaction qualifying. Join us tomorrow for the race day live reaction. And Monday, or not Monday, Tuesday, because I think I'm busy Monday. It might be Tuesday now. We're going to do a live debrief of the Grand Prix. That'll be episode 2 of the debrief, Monday or Tuesday. So see you later, guys. This is Solo P1 signing out. You want to say nothing else to say, Toto?
Nothing else to say.
Okay, then. I'll see you later, man. Oh, yeah. And the live virtual tomorrow. Watch along. Don't forget the virtual map that's on my YouTube channel as well. See you later, guys.
Yeah.
Hit the like. Hit the subscribe.